Salam guys. I nak minta you all tolong panjangkan this. Hopefully the powers that be listens and knock some senses into their brains. I want to make it short. I have a lot to say about the new SOPs on the Pelan Recovery Negara. Tetapi I just want to zero in on one thing first. I need this to spread because we need to save lives. We need to save our country and we cannot afford another screw up by this government. Namely, this fasa 1, this fasa 2, whatever the case may be, whatever our PM has just announced, the first thing yang dia announce is that those Malaysians who are double vaccinated coming back from overseas no longer require to quarantine 14 days at government facility. They are only required to quarantine at home. We know how that's going to happen. But the point is that is with the dangerous and erroneous assumption that those with double vaccine cannot bring in COVID. Kita yang dah double vaccinated, we can still contract COVID. It can still infect us, but we may not show symptoms. That's what the vaccine does to us. It makes the effects of COVID lesser. It may reduce our likeliness of contracting the virus too, but there is no guarantee we will not contract. It probably reduces by certain percentage the likeliness that we contract from people who are COVID positive. So therefore, please do not be misled, do not be deluded that just because we're vaccinated, we cannot get COVID. We can get COVID, it's just that less likely we'll be hospitalized. Less likely also that we will even realize that we have COVID. We may be even COVID positive now, asymptomatic and we can be carriers. Jadi, likewise lah, Malaysians yang balik daripada overseas, yang ada double vaccination, they can also be carriers. They can also bring in Delta, and what is even worrying now, the Lambda variant from Chile, sekarang ni dah creating havoc in other countries. Other countries are panicking because it appears to even be resistant against the vaccines. Vaccines doesn't seem to have any protection, give us protection against the Lambda variant. So, if the world don't have an answer for the Lambda variant now, Malaysia yang tunggang langgang punya teruk can't even manage the pandemic now, and people are dying by the scores, hundreds, 360 yesterday. Dia nak handle juga ke Lambda punya variant? So now for what kita pergi buka lubang tu? For what kita buka now allow Malaysians balik boleh quarantine kat rumah pula? They can be bloody well carrying Lambda punya variant. Bawa masuk sini. In any case, Delta Plus punya variant pun dah ada baru punya. The virus is mutating. Why do we want to lax that particular lubang? Itulah lubang maut untuk negara ni. You please revoke. I nak the PM, I want the cabinet to revoke. Bukan I saja. We should all want. We should tell the cabinet, revoke that facility. Kita tak mau that facility. Balik daripada Malaysia, semua orang quarantine 14 hari, tak kurang 1 hari pun. Stay in the bloody government premises to make sure we are all clear. Baru lepas balik into the circulation, into the Malaysian society. Enough. Kita have enough people dying. We do not need Armageddon in this Malaysia now. Now's not the time. So please spread this. Please make sure that that is the case. And one more thing. Pernah tak tanya, all the pilots, all the stewardess, all the aircraft carriers, they go overseas, they bermalam sana, they come back, they deliver kat sini, diorang tu quarantine ke tak? Quarantine or tak quarantine? Kalau tak quarantine or you expect dia quarantine kat rumah saja, why can't those pilots also be carriers of the variants, the virus? So again, are we controlling that? What is the government instead controlling? Roadblocks, tutup kedai pukul 8, berapa orang boleh naik dalam satu kereta, orang boleh main sports tak, benda-benda bodoh. Benda-benda yang patut kontrol, tak kontrol. This is lubang besar. I want the government to tutup this lubang and please ensure pilots dan whoever that's coming in and out without exception patut undergo the quarantine. Kalau you tak buat, you are allowing things to come and mark my words. Berapa kali dah my words betul? Berapa kali dah aku kata 10,000 bahasa raya dulu, jadi dah 10,000. Aku kata raya haji 20,000 first week August, jadi juga. Do you think I enjoy being right and my fellow Malaysians dying? I hate to be right. So now, I'm telling you again now, Lambda punya variant will come into Malaysia kalau government buat tak tentu gaya. Buat tak betul punya benda, allow buka benda-benda yang bukan-bukan, yang patut dia buka industries and people need to berniaga, cari makan. Tak, ni nak bagi kemudahan untuk orang enjoy, fun and tak payah undergo quarantine yang sepatutnya dibuat. Please spread this. I want the government to change that. I want an immediate U-turn sebelum esok. Today 9th, 10th is going to come into effect. And again, Malaysians and semua orang yang masuk dah probably diberitahu dah by immigration and all the relevant authorities, tak payah quarantine di government facility, kena boleh quarantine kat rumah saja kalau dia double vaccinated. That's a bloody no-no. This is just going to cause enormous spread of the pandemic. There will not be any control. And yang I mention pasal pilots tu, please also check that and make sure all lubang ni tutup. Please tutup lubang virus masuk lagi dalam negara ni. We have enough to manage in this country. Please spread this, guys. If you are a person living in Malaysia, even if you are not Malaysian, even if you are expatriate, even if you are pelarian ataupun parti pendatang tanpa izin, if you live in Malaysia, if you care about Malaysia, about your life, about your family, about your neighbours, your friends, your fellow Malaysians, you will know what I'm talking is sensible and truth. And you will not just keep this voice note to yourself. You will share out because you want everybody in Malaysia to know, because we must put a stop to it. What the government is about to do tomorrow is the biggest mistake that we can ever make. Please make sure this U-turn happens. If this doesn't go viral, if this doesn't reach the ears of the powers that be, and there's no U-turn on this, starting on 10th, the floodgate to death is open into Malaysia.